Hi there, I'm Dr. Connor Bell, and I'm the Bassoon professor at West Texas A&M University. This video is to help you prepare for the 2025 to 2026 Texas All-State auditions for TMEA. This video is for the first etude, number 7 from the MILDA concert studies. If you don't already have a copy of this, you probably should, but you should also know that it's in the public domain, so you can download it for free, legally, from imslp.org. Or, as another option, I've made my own edition of it that you can download for free on my website. My versions for the etudes fix all of the errata, they're easier to read, and they have the cuts taken care of with the measure numbering preserved. So if you are in doubt about your cuts, or you just don't want to have to worry about jumping from one page to the other, check out my etudes. I hope they help you. This first one, number 7 from the MILDA, is in F minor for the most part. So you should definitely spend some time working on your F minor scales. Full range, at least all the way up to high C, since that's how high this etude goes. And that will help you get a lot more comfortable with that pitch collection across the entire range of the instrument. That being said, there aren't that many scales in this one, so you should also be working on your arpeggios in F minor. Maybe even some of the other arpeggios that exist in the key of F minor, like D flat major, A flat major, and C minor, full range, because we see those arpeggios used a lot throughout this etude, and if you are able to recognize them, then you'll be able to play them more musically, because you'll think of it as a collection, a group of notes rather than individual pitches. And it'll also make you more accurate, because again, you're thinking of one group of notes rather than a bunch of individual pitches. The opening of this etude is an F minor arpeggio, but it's a broken arpeggio. So instead of just going straight up, we skip past certain chord members. This is actually a really great tuning exercise. Slow it down and slur it, but do that broken arpeggio with a drone and really lean into each of those intervals, slurring them smoothly and with a great, beautiful sound. So going like F, up to C, down to A flat, up to F, etc., throughout the range of the instrument is a really good tuning practice. The second note of this etude, it's an A flat coming from an F going to an F. So I highly recommend you use that thumb A flat key, that bottom one, with your right thumb. You paid good money for that key, or your band director did, so you might as well use it. And that'll make it so you can do the first beat, F, A flat, F, instead of sliding your pinky back and forth. It's not too hard to slide your pinky from F out to A flat, but it is a lot harder to slide it from A flat into F. So use that. Otherwise, this etude's pretty straightforward. Make sure that all of the staccatos don't get too heavy, especially as you go on, and especially as you get to some of the more challenging passages. We tend to tongue with more force when we get stressed or when we've been doing it for a long time, and all the tongue does is stop sound. It can't create sound, and it can't improve your tone quality. All it can do is make the reed slower or less likely to respond when you want it to. So don't play too much of this etude at once, break it into manageable chunks, and if you find yourself starting to tongue heavily, take a break, stretch your tongue out, and then try again. By the time we get to the more lyrical section in measure 31, 32, 33, this should be a big reprieve. So really sail into those larger intervals, don't lose the phrasing as you make a leap, and make sure that you're not rushing through those sections. Give it a little bit of time to breathe so that your audience can enjoy that respite from all of the fast articulated notes. Make sure you catch, in this one we're not doing the entire etude. There isn't a cut per se, but we are stopping about halfway through. Do what the errata suggests, and in order to make it sound more final there at the end, when you get to measure 75, have a little bit of a retard and a crescendo back up to forte, and put a fermata on that last low F, so it does sound really final. Once you've mastered this etude for your audition, go ahead and learn the rest of it, because there's a lot to learn from it. Good luck.